Hello. So
Yes,
good
sir.
morning to
Yes, sir.
other than Aditi and Sejal, others should mute their video audio so that they will not be getting any disturbing sounds. All other students should mute their video audio. So we'll start again with our epidemiology of tuberculosis. Aditi, my voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where we have left yesterday, so we are starting from there only. We have started with the clinical features of tuberculosis. कि TB में क्या signs और symptoms देखते हैं ना? So what are the presentation of tuberculosis when you see a patient? So क्या क्या history मिलेंगी, क्या symptoms रहेंगे, क्या signs रहेंगे, that we have started talking about. Within that, we have seen that first, the most important feature of tuberculosis is a low-grade fever. So that is one of the important aspects. And this low-grade fever is especially being presenting in the evening or afternoon hours. That is one of the important aspects what you are going to see. So low-grade fever followed by a night sweating. This is one of the important aspects in the presentation of tuberculosis. Along with this fever presentation, second presentation would be of cough, and cough is mostly of a expectorant type, purulent sputum के जैसा cough होगा, what you are being usually seeing in tuberculosis. But just like yesterday I told you that it might be dry cough in some TB cases, so that is the thing what you should not rule out. अगर प्यूरुलेंट नहीं है, एक्सपेक्टोरेंट नहीं है, तो टीबी नहीं है ऐसा नहीं कंसिडर करना है. You need to suspect for tuberculosis even with that dry cough. So most important in that cough is that it should be persistent for at least 3 weeks. 3 हफ्ते से ज़्यादा अगर खांसी है, what we usually do in propaganda. So that is one of the important criteria what you are being seen. Next important feature of tuberculosis is anorexia. So loss of appetite is one of the most important presentation feature what you are being seen in TB cases. So उनकी भूख कम हो जाती है, खाना नहीं जाता है, and that is the common aspect what you are being seen. Along with this, that anorexia leads to loss of weight. So unintentional weight loss is being commonly seen in tuberculosis. So low grade fever, night sweating, expectorant cough, anorexia, and loss of weight. These are the 4 primary first grade symptoms what you are being going. Hello, Sejal.
म्यूट करो.
Yes, sir.
जिनका ऑडियो म्यूट नहीं है, they should mute their audio. So these are the primary symptom what you are going to see in the tuberculosis. After that, second grade symptom what you see in tuberculosis. अभी भी कुछ लोगों का ऑडियो ऑन है. I think they are not being conversant with this Zoom still now. So shall we start? Aditi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So second grade symptoms what you are going to see in the tuberculosis is chest pain, which is being commonly observed in cases of tuberculosis. So chest pain hota hai, especially along the lines of ribs what you are going to get a chest pain. In some cases you are going to get a difficulty in breathing in the form of dyspnea. In some cases you will be getting hemoptysis. Hemoptysis is nothing but cough along with blood. That is also called as rusty sputum. So blood streak sputum hota hai, and that is also one of the important sign that you need to suspect for tuberculosis. So that is the second grade presentation of tuberculosis. In general symptom when you are being seen is one of the important symptom, that is lethargy. So the patients are not feeling uh, in a full strength, they are feeling low, they are being having generalized weakness, laziness, tiredness. These fatigue like feelings are being commonly seen in these TB patients. So these are the common presentation what you are going to see in pulmonary tuberculosis. So that is the thing what we are being seen presentation is of pulmonary tuberculosis, and these are the common features what you have seen. After this, what happens if this pulmonary tuberculosis progresses further? It leads to certain complications. Complications are being graded into the two forms, either pulmonary complications or non-pulmonary complications. So in the pulmonary complications, TB अगर आगे बढ़ता है, progress होता है, तो it can lead to the massive hemoptysis. One of the important aspect, even it can cause affection of heart along with the lung, that is called as cor pulmonale. It can even cause emphysema or fibrosis of the lungs. Sometimes it can result into atypical mycobacterial infection along with the our human mycobacteria. Then it can also lead to the pleural affection, leading to the pleuritis, pleural calcification, which can be causing more difficulty in breathing. Chest pain will be increasing, and that is one of the important presentation. Then it can even lead to obstruction to the airway, causing difficulty in breathing. It can even cause presentation like bronchiectasis, and sometimes pleural fistula may develop. So these are the pulmonary presentation, the complication of tuberculosis which are being developing. While in the non-pulmonary stage, you are being seeing empasiveness, necessitance, laryngitis, enteritis, anorectal problems, amyloidosis, onsets polyarthritis. So it can leading to the number of different system also being getting affected due to the tuberculosis. So these are the things what you need to keep in mind. Along with that, the presentation what you have talked in the complications. So what are the things which are being obstructive and non-obstructive presentations which are being occurring? So fibrosis hota hai, cavitations hota hai, so that is being causing restriction, fibrosis leading to the obstructions. So these are the things which are being happening in the X-ray presentation. You are going to see pleural thickenings and all these kinds of things. Cavitation is the common presentation which is being typically seen in right apical lobe of the lung, and as you are being seen in your on the screen. Aditya, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So pulmonary cavitation is one of the most important aspect what you are going to see in the tuberculosis, and one of the important finding. When you are being seen about the complications which are occurring at the local level, that is lymphatic complications. So mediastinal lymph nodes are also being getting affected, leading to the number of different types of aspects, no? Like atelectasis, bronchonodular fistula develop ho sakta hai, which is being commonly seen. We have been commonly seen in tuberculosis is cold abscess of tuberculosis. It can cause lymphadenogenous dissemination, causing generalized tuberculosis. It can even disseminate to the mediastinum and cause pleuritis-like presentation. When it is being affecting the pulmonary component, lead to the costal and diaphragmatal pleuritis. So these are some of the common aspects in the complication. At the chronic level, you see the complications, what we have already seen, amyloidosis, anorectal disease, obstructive airway disease, bronchiectasis, and all those aspects. So that's all about the complication and presentation of tuberculosis. Now we'll talk about diagnosis of tuberculosis. So you already studied in second year. You already know about the diagnosis. क्या करते हैं आदित्य?
AFB, acid fast bacilli test.
Acid fast bacilli. Sejal?
Montauk's test.
Montauk's test. Okay. Or?
Putum examination for consecutive 3 days.
Okay. Chalo. So we'll see what are the things. There are a number of different types of diagnostic tools which can be used for tuberculosis. So we'll see one by one what are the things which are being there in testing for tuberculosis. So tuberculin test, what you have heard about, is one of the important tests which is being used. It has been invented by scientist von Pirquet, and if it comes positive tuberculin test, then it is said to be either present infection or past infection of mycobacterium has been there. So it is per se not a confirmatory diagnostic test, but it is फॉर एस्टिमेशन ऑफ प्रीवैलेंस, टोटल केसेस कितने हैं, प्रीवैलेंस मतलब टोटल केसेस कितने हैं। यस श्रावणी। So for total number of cases, this tuberculin test, or what you alternatively called as Mantoux test, is being used. So Mantoux test is nothing but a type of tuberculin test. So that is the thing what we are going to see in the diagnosis. So it is for understanding prevalence. Tuberculin test या फिर Mantoux test पॉजिटिव आता है तो इसका मतलब एट द प्रेजेंट या फिर पास्ट में इन्फेक्शन हो चुका होगा. सो इट इज नॉट फॉर कंफर्मेशन एंड नॉट फॉर स्टार्टिंग द एंटी ट्यूबरकुलर ट्रीटमेंट. So that is the thing what you need to keep in mind. So there are basically 3 types of tuberculin tests which are being used. Mantoux test, which is being nowadays commonly used, HIF test, and time multiple puncture test, which are being there. Time multiple puncture test is now outdated. So nowadays Mantoux test is being used as a tuberculin test. So that is the thing what you are being seen there in tuberculin test. So we'll see the details relating to this tuberculin test. So jo material which is being used for tuberculin test is called tuberculin. There are 2 types of materials which is being used as a tuberculin. One which is being used previously was called as old tuberculin, while nowadays jo use kiya jata hai antigen, that is called as PPD. So PPD is nothing but purified protein derivative. So such a type of antigen is an advanced antigen, gives more clarity in all those aspects. That's why this PPD has been prepared. And the dose of this tuberculin which is being given is 1 tuberculin unit. There are number of different countries using different types of trends in giving tuberculin units. So some countries are using 5 tuberculin units according to the prevalence. उनके यहाँ पे कितना endemicity है उसके हिसाब से वो लोग use करते हैं. In India it is being used 1 tuberculin unit. How to give this tuberculin? So it should be given in intradermal in a foam arm. The quantity what you need to give is 0.1 ml. So 0.1 ml injection देना है forearm पे intradermally. So small syringe आता है which is being used. You are being able to when you visit our department you will be able to see that syringe. So and after that injection you need to take the reading after 72 hours. 72 hours के बाद आपको उसको देखना है कि क्या reaction आया है. So reactions are usually coming in the 2 forms, either in the form of erythema or induration. So erythema is nothing but redness, and induration is nothing but hardening, a type of swelling with a hardening. That is the thing what you are being seen. And in this erythema is difficult to measure. Redness is not a good criteria for measure, and that's why we usually measure with induration according to what you are being seen in the slide. कि erythema तो surrounding है induration के, लेकिन measurement सिर्फ इंड्यूरेशन का ही किया जाता है. रेडनेस मेजर नहीं करना है, जो गांठ आई रहेगी वहां पे उसी को आपको मेजर करना है. सो दैट इज द थिंग व्हाट यू डू इन ट्यूबरकुलिन टेस्ट. सो इमेज इज शोइंग हाउ यू शुड टेक अ करेक्ट मेजर. And as we have already seen, it is only a screening test. ये सिर्फ screening test है, not a confirmatory diagnostic test. 2 मार्क के लिए क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, so you should be knowing about these minute details related to the tuberculin test. So what you have seen there, so we need to go for 72 hours observation. You need to feel the induration initially. You need to note the change in the color, but induration is the right measure. For measurement you need to use either ruler or calipers for measuring, as you are being seen in the right side use of ruler. If you are being having any doubt, you can measure it with a scaling, or you can make a draw a line with using pen along the induration, and then you can measure. So it should be used usually in millimeter size, which is being common measure for used. So measures is of induration measure करते हैं हम लोग. And so what is positive and what is negative? So अगर induration 10 mm से ज़्यादा होता है, then it is said to be a positive tuberculin test. Then if it is coming less than 6 millimeter in duration, 6 millimeter, I am not talking about centimeter, I am talking about millimeter, 6 millimeter से कम अगर है तो नेगेटिव कहा जाता है ट्यूबरकुलिन टेस्ट. and if it is coming in between 6 to 9, अगर 6 से 9 के बीच में आता है, then it is said to be a borderline, तब उसको हम लोग borderline बोलते हैं. So these are the three things. If it is clearly coming more than 10 mm, then only you can say it is a positive. The other tests which are being done for diagnosis of tuberculosis, most important test which is for used for confirmation throughout India as well as globally, that is sputum examination. And that is the most important test what you need to go for. Sputum examination सबसे जरूरी examination है for diagnosis, confirmatory diagnosis के लिए जरूरी होता है. So how you need to go for sputum examination? Sputum specimen need to be collected rightly in a sterile container. लैब से स्टेराइल कंटेनर लेके आना है, उसमें अर्ली मॉर्निंग स्पेसिमेन देना है ना. सो दैट इज द थिंग व्हाट यू नीड टू टेक आफ्टर कफिंग ना. अर्ली मॉर्निंग में थोड़ा सा कफ करके जो स्पूटम आ रहा है ना, नॉट गिविंग सलावे, यू शुड नॉट गिव सलाइवा, यू शुड गिव स्पूटम ना. सो इन लोअर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक्ट से जो आ रहा है, that you need to cough and you need to collect in a container. You need to give sputum at least 3 specimens on 3 different dates ना. So 3 बार आपको करना जरूरी होता है, then only you are being making confirmation of diagnosis. So अगर spontaneously early morning sputum आता है, तो that is most beneficial and most important type of sputum what you need to take. And sputum should be collected before starting of treatment. Medicine लेने से पहले आपको confirmation करना है. Sputum examination में positive आने के बाद में ही आप एंटी ट्यूबरकुलर ट्रीटमेंट स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. स्पुटम एग्जामिनेशन आप लोग ये जो 3 स्पेसिमेन लेंगे अल्टरनेट ऑन 3 डिफरेंट डेज, यू नीड टू सी दैट कि मिनिमम 2 इसमें स्पुटम एग्जामिनेशन में व्हाट एडिटी राइटली टॉक्ड अबाउट सेल नेल्सन स्टेनिंग एसिड फास्ट स्टेन करना है. उसमें अगर माइक्रोबैक्टीरिया दिखते हैं, देन in minimum 2 sputum examination, then only you can start confirm your diagnosis as tuberculosis. So sputum examination is a confirmatory test. Along with that, you can do other investigations also, like CBC, complete blood count. This is being done to initially to understand what exactly is happening. So what are the things what you are going to see in CBC? You might be able to see depending on the stage of disease का जो stage है उसके ऊपर depend करेगा. So you might be seeing reduced hemoglobin, one of the important, anemia is one of the important presentation. In WBC count would be increased as it is a bacterial infection. WBC count बढ़ता है. Then within that, if it is being in a very acute phase, you might be seeing neutrophils might be increasing. But if it has been passed for 2 weeks or more, then you can see lymphocytes will be more increasing. So lymphocytes, lymphocytosis is one of the important presentation which you are going to see in the CBC. Along with that, you do one more test that is called as ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation rate. ESR would be increased in tuberculosis. So that is the thing what you are being seen. If you are suspecting for cavitation and all those things, or you want to make a more confirmation, you can go for X-ray chest. X-ray chest PAView is usually being done, and on that you already seen in the slide that की cavitation वगैरह दिख सकता है, right upper apical lobe and all those kinds of things का presentation will be seen. So that is about the diagnosis. Now we'll go for next stage, that is control of tuberculosis. तो ये अब तक सारी जो चीज़ें देखी कि tuberculosis क्या है, कैसे होता है, क्या दिखता है, क्या सिम्टम्स रहेंगे, एंड हाउ टू मेक अ राइट डायग्नोसिस, ये सारी चीज़ें कवर हो गई. नाउ हाउ टू टेक अ कंट्रोल. सो हियर वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ कंट्रोल at the level of community. So we are having basically 3 objectives for control of tuberculosis. पहली चीज़ तो हमको we want to reduce the incidence and prevalence. So what should be the objective for the level of reducing the prevalence and incidence? So prevalence मतलब total number of cases भी कम होने चाहिए, और नए cases जो आते हैं वो भी कम होने चाहिए. नए cases कितने कम होने चाहिए? It should be less than 1%. What should be maintained? ना, it is then only it is being said that tuberculosis is in a control in your country. So that is the state we are trying to achieve. For such a kind of control, there are 2 approaches which are being used. One is curative and second is preventive. So दोनों level पे काम करना पड़ेगा if you have to take a control of tuberculosis. So curative and preventive. Then one more important aspect, what you are being seen, we need to increase our diagnosis and screening test for finding undiagnosed cases. So that is also one of the important area. As you are being seen in the right side, this is onion presentation for diagnosed and undiagnosed cases of TB cases. So which is being showing that many cases are going undiagnosed in India, and that's why we need to take care of this also, for if you really want to reduce the टीबी बर्डन इन इंडिया. सो हमारे कंट्री में अगर टीबी बर्डन कम करना है तो ये जो अनडायग्नोज केसेस से इनको हमको डायग्नोज करना पड़ेगा इन राइट टाइम, then only we can take control of these things. So that is the thing which is being happening. Many people are not able to reach to the healthcare facility. Many people are illiterate. They are neglecting such kind of things, and so these are the important areas what we need to understand ना. और बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो के पेशेंट्स हैं वो डायग्नोज हो जाते हैं, लेकिन दे आर बीइंग नॉट टेकिंग प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट, they are stopping in between, and all those kinds of problems which are occurring. That's why control of tuberculosis is being difficult. So that is the thing what you are being seen there in onion presentation. So we'll see first point, preventive care. So prevention कैसे करना है, how to avoid tuberculosis. One of the important way of prevention, that is immunization. So vaccination करना होता है. As you are knowing, in India BCG vaccination is being given for tuberculosis. BCG means for Basil Calmette Gorin, who invented this vaccine. So it's a freeze-dried live vaccine of tuberculosis. It is the dose is being given at the time of birth. बर्थ के टाइम पे डोज दिया जाता है. अगर वहाँ बर्थ के टाइम पे नहीं दिया जाता है तो विद इन फर्स्ट 6 वीक्स इट शुड बी गिवन ना. 1.5 महीने से पहले आपको टीबी का बीसीजी वैक्सीन दिया जाता है. सो एवरी person in India is having that mark of BCG vaccination on their left arm. So that is the thing what you are being one of the first stage what you are being seen. But in spite of giving BCG vaccination, we see that many people suffer from tuberculosis. So success rate is not up to the mark what you are being seen, but still it is being preventing many cases of tuberculosis. That's why it is being still continued. Then use of mask by the TB patient. If you want to take a control of TB in India, you need to advise use of proper mask in the patients. So that is the thing. अभी कोविड की वजह से आदत लग गई है, तो शायद इसके बाद से कम हो जाए. So that would be the thing what you are being seen. Next important step is maintaining a proper sanitation and hygienic measures are being required for control of tuberculosis. Improvement in the quality of life is also going to change. As we have been seen, TB is a disease of poor people. It is a barometer for checking status, social status of a country. So that is the important thing. So you need to improve quality of life. जैसे improve होगा वैसे TB का burden कम होते जाएगा. Then most important thing, stop the addictions like smoking and alcohol. Smoking और alcohol intake जितना कम करेंगे उतना TB का burden कम होते जाएगा. So that is the thing what you need to understand. Now we'll go for curative treatment. So how to cure? So for that community level पे जब बात करते हैं, so the most important aspect what you are being seen is finding cases. So cases find करना is being the first target what you are being seen. For finding cases we need to do a lot of screening test. Screening करना पड़ता है in the population. And for screening we need to find out to target groups. So target group जिनमें ज़्यादातर टीबी देखने को मिलता है, ऐसे population groups select करने पड़ते हैं, उनमें screening करना पड़ता है, just like what you are seeing slums and other areas, tribal pockets which are being there. So these type of people, those who are being doing smoking, so उनमें इस तरह के screening test किया जाते हैं. Most commonly used screening test is sputum examination, and then treatment is being followed. So case finding is the first step. So and it is being most important because early detection will give early recovery. So complete recovery हो सकता है. जितना delay होगा TB के treatment में diagnosis के बाद, due to diagnosis that can lead to the damage to the patient. So that is the thing what we need to see. So what is a case of tuberculosis? किसे हम लोग case बोलेंगे? So जो patient whose sputum is being positive for tubercular bacilli, पॉजिटिव आएगा ZN स्टेनिंग में, उसी को हम लोग टीबी पेशेंट बोलेंगे. सो दैट इज द थिंग व्हाट वी नीड टू डू फॉर टारगेट ग्रुप. केस फाइंडिंग के लिए अलग अलग टूल्स यूज किए जाते हैं, अलग अलग डिफरेंट कंट्री, डिफरेंट लोकेशंस व्हाट यू आर बीइंग सीन. Sputum examination is the most important, most valid method. Sputum culture also is being done in some countries. Some countries go for tuberculin test. Previously, some multiple X-ray are also being done, but as you are knowing that X-rays are causing more damage to the person, and that's why they are being not used nowadays. So we'll go to the treatment, that is chemotherapy. So how to treat a tubercular patient? So it should be given to all the active cases. जो active cases है उनमें देना है. Tuberculin test positive है तो TB एंटी ट्यूबरकुलर ट्रीटमेंट स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकते. एक्टिव केस होना चाहिए, मतलब प्रेजेंट में टीबी होना चाहिए. पास में हो चुका है देन वी शुड नॉट गो फॉर केमोथेरेपी. सो केमोथेरेपी देने के लिए क्या क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं? वी वांट टू क्योर द पेशेंट. Then second important objective is we want to elimination of slow and fast multiplying bacilli. So TB की अगर pathology आप लोगों ने अच्छे से पढ़ी है, so you are being knowing that there are a number of different types of bacilli which are being there. Some acts as a slow multiplying, some acts as a fast multiplying. As we already seen, it is acid fast bacilli having presentation of facultative intracellular presentation. So that is the thing. Aditi.
Yes, sir.
ओके सो एक 5 मिनट्स है हमारे पास, जितना हो सकता है उतना कंप्लीट करेंगे. वी विल कंटिन्यू आफ्टर दैट ना, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
कितना 10
Yes,
मिनट
sir.
टाइम है या 5 मिनट है?
Sir, 10 minutes है.
10 मिनट्स, ओके चलो ओके.
हाँ.
So the main objective is to how we are going to understand कि TB कम हो रहा है या फिर ठीक हो रहा है. So sputum negativity is one of the important criteria, prognostic criteria बोल सकते हैं आप. And one of the important objectives of chemotherapy is the treatment should be adequate. So adequate treatment लेना जरूरी है. Most important problem in treatment of tubercular patient is adequate appropriate treatment नहीं मिलता है, and that's why they are being source of spread of tuberculosis. And that is the thing what we need to take care of. As well as third important point is we need to apply it to the entire TB cases. सारे patient TB के patient अगर treatment लेंगे, सही तरीके से लेंगे और पूरा complete लेंगे, then only we can able to control. So that is the thing what we need to understand. There are around 12 to 13 drugs which are being used in tuberculosis. Out of that, 6 are being essential, which are being commonly used in India. And these 6 essential drugs we are going to mainly talk about. So criteria for TB drugs, कि TB के जो drugs होते हैं, how to select, उसके लिए criteria दिया गया है. So the drug should be highly effective होना चाहिए. It should be free from the side effects. Side effects कम से कम होने चाहिए. It should be easy for administration, ऐसा drug होना चाहिए. And most important, it should be cheap. So accordingly they are being choosing these 6 drugs. There are 2 types of drugs which are used in the chemotherapy of tuberculosis. They are also called as AKT, anti-COX therapy भी बोलते हैं. So you might have heard about this AKT. So these 2 groups are bactericidal drugs and bacteriostatic drugs. So इस तरह के 2 group में divide किया है. Bactericidal मतलब the drugs which are being having ability to kill this Mycobacterium tuberculosis, while bacteriostatic are the drugs which are not actually killing these bacilli, but they are making them inert and not progressing, stopping the multiplication. So that is the 2 drugs what we are being seen to be used for treatment of tuberculosis. So we'll talk about the first group, that is bactericidal drugs. Within this bactericidal drug, first and the most important drug that is being used is called as rifampicin. Rifampicin is also called as RMP, इसका short form है जो use किया जाता है. It is highly effective drugs, बहुत powerful है, even more than that of INH. INH is one more drug which is being used for tuberculosis. What is its important feature of this rifampicin? It has ability to permeate all the membranes of the body. So it can cross placental barrier, it can cross blood-brain barrier. So it has ability to reach each and every cell of your body. That is the effectivity of this rifampicin, and that's why it is being used. It, whenever it is being used in combination with INH, it is having effective even in extensive tuberculosis. बहुत extensive फैला हुआ TB है तो उसको भी ठीक करने की ability है. Rifampicin और INH का combination अगर use करते हैं within around 9 months. So that is the thing, efficacy of this rifampicin, what you need to understand. How to use these drugs? So mode of use is oral drug है, orally लेना है आपको. So ease of taking is there. What is the dosage? You can take 10 to 12 milligram per kg body weight. आदिति अटेंडेंस का ये ले लेना ना.
हाँ सर.
Okay. After this slide, we will try to stop. So usual formulation which is available is 450 milligram or 600 milligram के formulation available है, which is being commonly used for regular administration of chemotherapy of tuberculosis. Then one more presentation is being there in the chemotherapy. कुछ लोगों को daily और regularly लेना possible नहीं होता TB treatment. For such a type of migrant people जो होते हैं, आदिवासी ट्राइबल वाले जो लोग होते हैं, those who are being not able to take on daily basis, उनके लिए second line of presentation होता है, that is treatment होता है, that is intermittent treatment. So for these intermittent treatment 900 milligram का formulation available है. So that is the way it is being used. Then there are some side effects of this rifampicin. It is hepatotoxic. Liver के ऊपर उसके bad effects है. It is even causing gastritis. So that is the thing what you are going to see. Purpura also is being one of the important, nephrotoxicity and thrombocytopenia. Just like what you are being seen in dengue, thrombocytopenia like presentation is being occurring. So that is the side effects which are being developing. So that's why whenever you are being using rifampicin, you need to keep a watch on your patient. Okay, they are not suffering from any of these problems. If they are being suffering, then you need to use for corrective measures for that. So that is the thing what you need to do. And one of the most important thing what you need to keep in mind, हमारे इंडिया में कैसा है, डॉक्टर अगर 5 दिन की दवाएं लिख के देते हैं तो लोग 2 दिन की या 3 दिन की लेते हैं, उसके बाद ऑटोमेटिकली खुद के मन से बंद कर देते हैं. सो दैट इज द मेजर प्रॉब्लम. बट राइफेम्पिसिन के केस में या फिर उनको बाद में लगता है कि कंप्लेंट बढ़ रहा है तो वापस चालू कर देते हैं. बट इन अ केस ऑफ राइफेम्पिसिन दिस शुड नॉट बी डन. अगर राइफेम्पिसिन अगर किसी ने गलती से बंद कर दिया है, सो दे शुड नॉट रीस्टार्ट इट विद इन 3 to 4 weeks. 3 से 4 वीक्स से पहले उसको चालू नहीं करना है. इफ दे रिस्टार्ट within 3 to 4 weeks, it can result into severe hypersensitivity reaction and patient can go into the serious complications. So that is the thing what you need to advise when you are giving such a kind of drugs. So that's all for today. I think Aditi, कितना time है? Hello.
हाँ सर. It's hello.
Hello, हाँ बोलो.
हाँ सर.
कितना
टाइम है सर? 4-5 मिनट है.
4-5 मिनट है. ओके. सो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड कवर कर लेते हैं.
हाँ सर, चलेगा.
ठीक है. So we'll go to the next bactericidal drug. So isoniazid also is a very effective bactericidal drug. It's highly powerful, as we have seen in rifampicin. It's like that, easily penetrate all the membrane. And most important about isoniazid, it is effective in intracellular as well as extracellular bacilli. दोनों के लिए यूजफुल होता है. सारे ड्रग्स में ऐसी कैपेसिटी नहीं होती है, बट ये इंट्रासेलुलर भी एक्ट करता है, एक्स्ट्रासेलुलर बेसिलाई को भी किल करता है. दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर ऑफ दिस आइसोनियाजिड. एंड इट इज इफेक्टिव इन रैपिडली मल्टीप्लाइंग बेसिलाई. कोई भी एक्यूट या एक्टिव केस है टीबी का तो उसमें बहुत इफेक्टिव होता है. सो टीबी को उनको बर्डन कम करने के लिए इन एक्यूट फेजेस में या फिर ड्यूरेशन शॉर्ट करने के लिए दिस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ड्रग. देन one of the important aspect what you see of this isoniazid, it is said to be an ideal drug. So TB के लिए एक ideal drug है because it is having all those features which are being recommended. So why it is being called as ideal? Because it is ease of administration. उसके doses कम है, that's why इसको ideal बोला जाता है. Then it is having less toxicity, toxic effects कम है उसके, as well as it is very low costly available है. So government हमको TB के drugs treatment free में देते हैं. So उनके लिए finance is also one of the important aspect, and for that this is also helpful because it is cheap. So that is why the isoniazid is being commonly used in India. The mode of use, again it's a oral drug. The dosage is 4 to 5 milligram per kg body weight. The commonly available presentation is 300 milligram tablets which are being available. For intermittent treatment takers, 700 milligram का formulation available है. So these are the doses which are being given. side effects, and isoniazid is being given 300 milligram tablet once a day. सिर्फ एक बार देना है, and that would be sufficient for them, and that's why it is being more preferable. So that is the thing which is being given for intermittent treatment. 700 milligram twice in a week, हफ्ते में सिर्फ 2 दिन लेना है उनको, 2 doses से sufficient हो जाते हैं. So that is why it is being more preferred drug, isoniazid. It is also having some side effects. It causes GI irritation होता है. One of the important side effect is peripheral neuropathy. It can even sometimes cause blood dyscrasia, हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया. सो जो डायबिटिक पेशेंट्स हैं उनमें आइसोनियाजिड अवॉइड करना चाहिए, बिकॉज इट इज बीइंग इन नॉर्मल पर्सन इज एबल टू कॉज हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया, शुगर बढ़ा देता है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई यू नीड टू use some alternative whenever you are being treating diabetic patients. It can even cause liver toxicity. One of the important aspect what you need to keep in mind whenever you are being using isoniazid, you need to give one more supplementary medicine, that is pyridoxine. Pyridoxine is vitamin B6 which is being need to be used in association with isoniazid, because pyridoxine is going to control one of the important side effect, that is peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy severely होता है isoniazid patients में, and that's why you need to use